This is International House Live Desk. And I'm Ezekiel Kuhoga. I'll be the host of this session. And we have Mari. She'll introduce herself. And the main purpose of this desk or live desk is to give you information about the services that are available here, as well as other information that you need to get in order to settle well in Kuopio. All right, so I will not take so much time. We need to hear more from Mari. Welcome to the podcast, Mari.
Thank you. It's really nice to be here.
Yeah, so can we know about you?
I work as an immigration counselor here in Navigaattori, or actually more detailed in International House. And International House is a place for immigrants, and we provide guidance and counseling here. And like you mentioned already, we have this counseling desk here, and it's located in Navigaattori. You are welcome to come here and ask us pretty much anything. So our idea is to help you and guide you to find the right place where to go. If you, for example, have some questions for housing or studies or something like that, we can help you to find the right answers, and we guide you to go to the right place.
Absolutely. And I think you can also agree with me that one of the areas that we as foreigner, I'm a foreigner myself, so I understand what we are talking about here. So the struggle is real when you are in the new place and you have no idea where to go, who to ask. And I think this is why this International House Kuopio is becoming very much important, and particularly the live desk that we are having today. So you have mentioned International House Kuopio. Yeah. Maybe can you tell us very briefly what is this and why should it be important for us?
Yeah, of course. Well, like I said, it's a place for immigrants, and from here, from International House, you can get some help in different matters. We have immigration counselors working here, but also we have these business coordinators who work more in the field of business field, like they do some co-work with companies and employers. So you can also get help for employment issues here also. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have really different areas where we can help you.
Yeah, and before now we jump to the information that we intended to give today, I heard about something also called Navigaattori.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think to some people it's not very clear what is Navigaattori and the difference. Maybe if you can explain in few words.
I can try.
Yeah.
It can be a little confusing because this place where we are now, it's called Navigaattori. And in Navigaattori, you can find different services, and International House service is one of them.
Okay.
But also here is Digiparkki service. Digiparkki, maybe some of you have heard it before. But also we have career counselors here and student counselors and very different services. But the Navigaattori is the a big concept.
Like the umbrella.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, we will find another day to cover that. As I told you, this is just the beginning, and one of the important objectives is to discuss information of that sort. So let's go straight to the information. What kind of information do you want to share with us today?
Yeah, today's topic is housing. I know it's really a burning topic right now because many people are moving here in Kuopio to study this fall. So I think housing is the main priority for those people now. And of course, housing is always this current topic. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Maybe you can walk us through few key points that we need to know about housing in Kuopio.
Yeah. Well, in Kuopio, I think generally the situation is quite good. You can find housing really like affordable costs. So the situation is pretty good, but of course it might take time before you find a suitable apartment. So that's why it's really important that you start or you prepare carefully and start finding this apartment, not in the last moment, but really like before your moving date is coming.
Okay, and when you say the last moment, or you have to apply for apartment in time, so what time are we talking about throughout the year? Is there a time which is maybe very busy?
Yeah, definitely fall is really busy time because
what is fall?
Syksy, autumn.
Autumn, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So autumn we are talking about from August, right?
Yeah.
From August from September to December or to November, something like that.
Something like that. Like maybe more August to September, because usually studies start then, and every student comes here in the city and they want to find an apartment.
Okay, and if there is anyone following this live now and you are sending some questions, I'm not very sure I can be able to answer your questions now, but we will get back to you after this session. We'll go throughout the comments and read and answer every question that you have posted there. Or even if you're not viewing this live right now, you can still be able to leave your comments after the session has ended on the comment section, and we will get back to you. So I think in the place of a foreigner, I would be interested to know about maybe the cheapest housing services. Is there how many companies are here which are dealing with housing services, and which one could be the cheapest?
Yeah, there are several different companies which are like a state subsidy or which provide state subsidy apartments. So they are quite cheap. I think there's no big difference between those companies. So if you want, you can apply an apartment from every one of those, and then when they offer apartment, you can accept that and then inform other companies that you already got an apartment, so you don't have to look that anymore.
Okay.
But I think the rents are quite similar in every company. There's no big differences between those. But if I have to say which one is the cheapest one, I would say it's Niiralan Kulma. It's it's the municipality's rental company owned by municipality.
Okay, and so how can someone apply for this apartment? Do you have to go to the office, or?
You can go to office if you want. Usually they offer this application form there, but you can also find the application form on these companies' websites. So just go these websites and you will find the application form there. Just fill the application form and then in some they will contact you when there's available apartment.
Okay, so let's talk about the housing for students. Are there specific apartments for students?
Yeah, if you are a student, then you can apply apartment from Kuopiossa and also OVV. In Finnish, it's opiskelijoiden vuokravälitys. They offer apartments especially for students. It doesn't matter where you study. You can study in university or in vocational school, but main thing is that you are a student and then you can apply apartment there.
Okay. And now, for example, if somebody wants to move from one apartment to another, how convenient is this in Finland? I hear some people, they are complaining that moving in Finland is kind of inconvenient. It's easier to just throw things in the trash and then you buy the new things in the new home. So how do you discuss about this?
Well, I don't know. I would say that it's not that hard. For example, if you want to move inside the city, then you can like collect your things and do that moving part by yourself, or if you have friends, you can invite them to come over and help moving. But if you need to order the moving company, then it can be really expensive. If you need these workers come there and pick your stuff, for example, bed and sofa and kitchen table, like these big items. If you need help with those and you need to order the moving company, it can be expensive. And sometimes, because usually people move during the weekends, so it can be really busy time, and there's a possibility that you can't find any moving help. So maybe those things make it harder.
That's true.
Yeah.
Actually, I was moving from Mikkeli to Kuopio, and I would say almost everything I did myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was lucky to find someone in the apartment where I was moving to. So someone was just passing by, a foreigner also, and we never knew each other.
Yeah.
I think he looked at me and he understood the situation, he just came and helped. Otherwise, it was very inconvenient.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, but if you get help, then it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing, if you want to move, then you need to tell your landlord advanced that you are going to move, and you need to do that 1 month before. Like if you want to move, you always need to tell your landlord before you are moving that you are moving, for example, next month, because otherwise you need to pay the 1 month's rent. So you just need to plan carefully when you are going to move, and when you know the moving date, inform that to your landlord.
Yeah, that's pretty important information. And on top of that also, can you say something about the keys? When you how can someone handle the keys here? I think it's different from other places.
Okay. Usually when you sign the rental agreement, the landlord gives you the keys, and it depends. It's always very different how many keys you receive. Sometimes it's only 1, sometimes it can be 5 keys, but you need to sign the contract, and when you sign the contract, you you tell that you receive those keys and you promise to take care of those keys. But if you if one key gets lost, then you definitely need to inform your landlord or a rental company that you lost your key. And then in some cases they need to change the locks, and then that can...
You're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, that can be really expensive. So take good care of your keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think one more thing I have to emphasize. If you are new here, make sure you learn how to keep your key in the pocket. I think where I'm coming from in Tanzania, we don't have self-locked doors like in Finland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you can just leave your key. As long as you do not lock your door, you can still get back in. But here in Finland, you have to be careful. The security is very, very high.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have something to add on that.
Yeah, that's true. Because, for example, if you live in an apartment house, those front doors, they don't even have this door handle. You need to use the key to open the door, because there's no door handle.
Yes.
So that's why it's really important that you carry your key all the time.
I see. Well, just wrapping up, maybe if you can discuss briefly about waste management. I think this is one of the very important topics. I've seen it in different platforms. They've been discussing about this. Unfortunately, it has been mostly in Finnish language. So most of the international people, we have no idea about waste management.
Yeah.
And it's different, at least from where I come from in Tanzania. We don't have this separating the bio and the mixed
Yeah.
waste and something like that. But in almost every apartment, you would see the trash being separated. So is it really important we organize this trash in such a way, and
Yeah.
how should we go about this?
Yeah, I would say that it's really important, especially like in modern world where climate change is happening. So that's why it's really important that you recycle your wastes. Usually, if you live in an apartment house, they have these several bins where to collect your waste. And the most common ones are plastic waste, then bio waste, and then this general waste, and paper and carbon. So those 5 are the most common ones. And if you don't have these bins on your own yard, then there's some these common trash or recycle centers where you can go and where you can take your trash free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the location of this place? Because,
Usually they are located in the next to these big supermarkets like Prisma and City Market, and but it's not so convenient if you don't own a car. Then it might be a bit hard to collect your waste and take those to these like centers, but
And how serious is this in Kuopio? In Mikkeli, I recall when I was moving out, I had to dump some of the furniture I had.
Yeah.
And I realized that I cannot leave that in the trash house.
Yeah.
And I have to pay someone to come and take it. Maybe it's the second-hand shop or something like that. How is it in Kuopio?
I think it's quite similar, that you have to take care of your own furnitures. You can't leave those like in the yard or in the recycle center or anywhere. You just need to take care of those. There's this kierrätyskeskus recycle center where you can call and they can come to your house and pick those furniture and they can like resell it. But
you have to pay. You pay to give.
If it's like total trash, if they can't resell it, then you have to pay. But if they can resell it, then it might be free. Then if they can like sell it to someone else, then they don't charge you.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah, and maybe one last question on the case of housing. How do we conduct ourselves in relation to noises? For example, maybe I really love to party.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, I like to turn up the music so loud. Is this allowed in Finland?
I would say no. Like Finnish people love peace and quiet. So if you have neighbors, then usually you have to like stop partying at 10 p.m. So
this is like a law, or just some rules.
It's the like housing company rules, but it's not the law. But it's highly recommended that you do so, because otherwise your neighbors can complain, and you might get this like written complaint. And if you have I don't remember how many, but if you have several different complaints, then you might get affected. Like you have to move somewhere else.
And what if someone else is making noise? What steps do I supposed to take?
Then you have the right to complain, and you need to contact your landlord or rental company, and then they can like contact this resident who is making this disturbing noise, and they can give this complaint to them, or they can try to discuss with that resident and like make some peace. But and of course if they are like partying really loudly and it's really disturbing, you can go there by their door and ask them to be a little more quiet. And if they doesn't stop, then you can always call police.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm running out of questions, but I will try now to see if we have any anyone following and asking any questions. Well, we don't have any questions up to this moment. Well, maybe we can now go ahead and try to wrap this up. Any announcement that you need to tell our international audience?
Yeah, like if you have some questions, you can always contact us. Our email address is internationalhouse@kuopio.fi, and our webpage is kuopio.fi/international house, if I remember that right. Do you remember?
Yeah, I will make follow up on it, and then I will add this on the description area of this video.
Okay, yeah. So you can find our contact information there, and you can contact us if you have some like further questions, or if you want to ask something about housing or something else. You can contact us, and then we can guide you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then now one last thing to wrap up. Yeah, there is something called advisory, maybe department or something like that here in Navigaattori, where people can come and be advised on certain matters. Maybe can you share very briefly about that one?
Yeah. Do you mean this housing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's not here at Navigaattori. It's another office, but it's really near. It's only maybe 200 meters in that way.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have some housing issues or like some problems with housing, you can ask help from there. It's called Kuopio Housing Counselling, and it's organized by Settlementti Puijola, and they also have webpage where you can find their contact information. So we can maybe put this webpage also in the link list.
Yes, I think I will add also this information, and maybe I'm interested to read for you just the four statements. They are saying the housing counselors guide and support you in housing is related to the following issues. For example, you have difficulties in paying rent or other housing expenses. You have challenges with balancing finances, difficulty with taking care of your home, need help with applying for a rental home. So I think this is one of the very important services that you can have. Well, I think for today, that should be enough. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Even if you have not joined live, but and you have been able to watch this video after the session, you can still leave your questions in the comment section below. You can leave your opinion. What do you think about the information that we provided today? Do you think it's helpful? Do you think it's useful? Maybe any concluding statement, anything that you can tell us?
Well, I can tell that if you have questions, contact us and we can help you.
Yes, and that is very much important. I actually made one podcast, which I published on my own channel, and I insisted that one of the mistakes that we have been doing as internationals, at least the ones that I know, is that we have been asking each other the questions that we don't have answers for. And this is why they emphasize that if you have any questions, contact the International House Kuopio. They will know where to direct you. But if you ask your fellow foreigner for something that you are supposed to get in the offices in Kuopio, there is a big chance of being misled, and you might miss one of the very important services that you need. Well, thank you so much. Just to remind you that I will add all of the links that we have mentioned today in the description area. So make sure you go through the description area and be informed. Stay tuned and wait for more sessions to come. Thank you so much, Mari, and have a good day.
Thank you, and same to you.